Hi everyone, today I will discuss ratio analysis. The topic which will be discussed today is a brief introduction of ratio analysis, types of ratio analysis used in financial analysis and their detailing. Next, the objective of ratio analysis, advantage of ratio analysis, and finally concluding the topic. So, starting from first, ratio analysis can be defined as the process of ascertaining the financial ratios that are used for indicating the ongoing financial performance of a company using few types of ratios such as liquidity, profitability, activity, debt, market solvency, efficiency, and coverage ratio. And few examples of such ratios are return on equity, current ratio, quick ratio, dividend payout ratio, debt equity ratio, and so on. Ratio analysis is a quantitative method of gaining insight into a company's liquidity, operational efficiency, and profitability by studying its financial statement. Ratio analysis is a process used for the calculation of financial ratios, or in other words, for the purpose of evaluating the financial well-being of a company. The values used for the calculation of financial ratios of a company are extracted from the financial statements of that same company. Investors and analysts employ ratio analysis to evaluate the financial health of the companies by scrutinizing past and current financial statements. Comparative data can demonstrate how a company is performing over time. These data can also compare a company's financial standing with industry average while measuring how a company stacks up against other within the same sector. So there are certain keywords or main ex, uh, part of the financial of the ratio analysis. First one is ratio analysis compare long item data from a company's financial statement to reveal insight regarding profitability, liquidity, operational efficiency, and solvency. Secondly, ratio analysis can make how a company is performing over time while company while comparing a company to another within the same industry or sector. Third one, while ratios offer useful insight into a company, they should be paired with other metrics to obtain a broader picture of a company's financial health. In this slide, a figure is shown to you that depicts the classification of ratio analysis used for financial analysis. From the figure, we can see that there are five types of ratio. One is liquidity ratio, second is profitability ratio, third is solvency ratio, fourth is turnover ratio, and fifth is earning ratio. Liquidity ratio is again divided into, there is subclass, one is current ratio and another is quick ratio. Similarly, profitability ratio has four subclasses: gross profit ratio, operating profit ratio, net profit ratio, and return on capital employed. Similarly, solvency ratio has the classification of debt ratio and interest coverage. Turnover ratio is divided into fixed asset turnover ratio, inventory turnover ratio, and receivable turnover ratio. The last one, earning ratio, is divided into profit earning ratio and earning per share. Each type and their subclass will be discussed in the following slides. The first one, the various kinds of financial ratio available may be broadly grouped into the following six silos based on the set of data they provide. One is liquidity ratio. This type of ratio helps in measuring the ability of a company to take care of its short-term debt obligation. A higher liquidity ratio represents that the company is higher rich in cash. Again, liquidity ratio is classified by current ratio and quick ratio. Current ratio is the ratio between the current asset and current liability of a company. The current ratio is used to indicate the liquidity of an organization in being able to meet its debt obligation in the upcoming 12 months. A higher current ratio will indicate that the organization is highly capable of repaying its short-term debt obligation. The formula for current ratio is written here. Quick ratio, the second one, the quick ratio is used to ascertain information pertaining to the capability of a company in paying off its current liability on the immediate basis. The formula used for the calculation of quick ratio is cash and cash equivalents plus marketable security plus account receivables by current liabilities. The second type of ratio is profitability ratio. This type of ratio helps in measuring the ability of a company in earning sufficient profit. This type of profitability ratio are gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, operating profit ratio, and return on investment. Gross profit ratio are calculated in order to represent the operating profit of an organization after making necessary adjustment pertaining to the COGS, that is cost of goods sold. The formula used for calculation of gross profit ratio is gross profit by net sales into 100. It is represented in percentage. Next, net profit ratio. Net profit ratios are calculated in order to determine the overall profitability of an organization after reducing both cash and non-cash expenditure. The formula used for the calculation of net profit ratio is net profit ratio equals to net profit by net sales into 100. Third one, operating profit ratio. Operating profit ratio is used to determine the soundness of a company and its financial ability to repay all the short-term and long-term debt obligations. The formula used for the calculation of operating profit ratio is earning before interest and tax by net sale into 100. Last one, return on capital investment under uh, profitability ratio, which is used to determine the profitability of an organization with respect to the capital that is invested in the business. The formula used for the calculation of ROCE is earning before interest and tax by capital employed. Third one is solvency ratio, also called financial leverage ratio. Solvency ratio can be defined as a type of ratio that is used to evaluate whether a company is solvent and well capable of paying off its debt obligation or not. It is divided by debt equity ratio and interest coverage ratio. Debt equity ratio can be defined as a ratio between total debt and shareholder fund. The debt equity ratio is used to calculate the leverage of an organization. An ideal debt equity ratio for an organization is 2:1. The formula for debt equity ratio is total debt by shareholder fund. Next one is interest coverage ratio. The interest coverage ratio is used to determine the solvency of an organization in the nearing time as well as how many times the profit earned by that very organization were capable of absorbing its interest related expenses. The formula used for the calculation of interest coverage ratio is earning before interest and tax by interest expenses. The fourth type of ratio is turnover ratio, also called as activity ratio. Turnover ratios are used to determine how efficiently the financial assets and liabilities of an organization have been used for the purpose of generating revenues. The type of turnover ratios are fixed asset turnover ratio, inventory turnover ratio, and receivable turnover ratio. Fixed asset turnover ratios is used to determine the efficiency of an organization in utilizing its fixed asset for the purpose of generating revenues. The formula used for the determination of fixed asset turnover ratio is given to you, which is that inventory turnover ratio is used to determine the speed of a company in converting its inventory into sales. The formula used for inventory turnover ratio is given by cost of goods sold by average inventory. Receivable turnover ratio is used to determine the efficiency of an organization in collecting or realizing its account receivables. The formula used for calculating receivable turnover ratio is net credit sale by average receivables. Last type of ratio analysis is earning ratios. Earning ratio is used for the purpose of determining the return that an organization generates for its investor. The type of earning ratios are profit earning ratio and earning per share. Profit earning ratio indicate the profit earning capacity of the company. The formula used for the calculation of profit earning ratio is market price per share by earning per share. Earning per share signifies the earning of an equity holder based on each share. The formula used for earning per share is preferred dividend by weighted average of outstanding share. There are certain other type of ratio which is not listed in the figure, that are coverage ratio. Coverage ratio is a group of measure of a company's ability to service its debt and meet its financial obligations such as interest payment on dividend. The higher the coverage ratio, the easier it should be to make interest payment on its debt and pay dividend. Example include the time interest earned ratio and the debt service coverage ratio. The second one is market prospect ratio. These are the most commonly used ratio in fundamental analysis. They include dividend yield, profit earning ratio, earning per share, and dividend payout ratio. Investors use these metrics to predict earning and future performance. For example, if the average profit earning ratio of all companies in the sales and production 500 index is 20, the majority of companies have profit earning ratio between 15 and 25. A stock with a profit earning ratio of 7 would be considered undervalued. In contrast, one with a profit earning ratio of 50 would be considered overvalued. The former may trend upwards in the future, while the latter may trend downwards until each aligns with its intrinsic value. Lastly, leverage ratio. A leverage ratio is any one of several financial measurements that looks at how much capital comes in the form of debt, or that assesses the ability of a company to meet financial obligations. The next part will be discussed in the next video. Thank you.